Sunak shuffled out of 10 Downing Street yesterday evening and delivered 10 minutes of pure disingenuity and insincerity. Weasel words from the barely elected weasel-in-chief. He spoke of extremism, terrorism, intimidation, an attack on democracy. We thought, hang on, is he going to tell the truth? Is he going to say what we all know out loud? 3.5 minutes in, he gets close, he gets it half right, but then he bottles it. He blames the terrorism and extremism on Islamist extremists and the far right, because it's the far right intimidating politicians outside their homes and constituency offices. It's the far right shouting for jihad on the streets of London every single weekend. It's the far right beaming anti-Semitic messages up the side of Big Ben. It's the far right that's just rigged a dodgy postal voting election in Rochdale. Oh no, sorry, my mistake, that's the Islamists. It's the Islamists that have done all that, isn't it? As a matter of fact, 90% of the 43,000 extremists on MI5's watch list are Islamist terror suspects. But Rishi doesn't want to pin all the blame on the Islamists because he's scared they might come after him. Or even worse, he's scared the militant hard left might smear him as Islamophobic. He's just committed £31 million to protecting MPs from Islamists. He's just committed £72 million to protecting the UK Jewish community from Islamists. Your money out of your pocket to clean up his mess caused by relentless mass uncontrolled immigration. In spite of the atmosphere of fear that now exists in this country due to extremists occupying the streets of London every weekend, due to Manchester pop concerts being bombed, MPs being murdered, and autistic schoolboys being threatened and persecuted for scuffing a copy of the Quran, Sunak has the putrid audacity, as the speech goes on, to describe Britain as the world's most successful multi-ethnic, multi-faith community. And fair play to him, he manages to keep a straight face whilst he's saying it. He takes the utmost care to differentiate between the UK Islamic community and Islamist extremists, even though, let's face it, the extremists are part of that community, live amongst that community, are a product of that community. Sunak's speech is steeped in and underpinned by abject fear of that community. And if all that wasn't enough to leave you feeling truly bilious towards the end of his sermon, mindful of the general election to come later this year, he starts pandering to woke liberals, chucking in buzzwords like diversity, kindness, empathy, a cynical dog whistle to entitled metropolitan middle-class white women begging for the vote they'll never give him. What a slimy piece of work. As he scuttled back into Downing Street, every ounce of you might have hoped he'd at least trip on the steps and make a tit of himself, but sadly not. Careful not to offend the Islamists, Rishi Sunak's looking out for number one. And once the election's out of the way and Labour get their huge majority, Sunak will be running away to live overseas quicker than you can say communist dystopia. He'll be fine. It's the rest of us that are screwed. Please do like and subscribe and support me on Patreon for exclusive content every week. Extra tour date just announced for Southampton on the 6th of July, where I'll be debuting my all-new stand-up show full of material I haven't even come up with yet. Ticket link beneath this video. If you run a performance venue in the UK and you'd like to book my stand-up tour show, you can contact me at info@andrewlawrencecomedy.co.uk. Thanks for watching.